am Danielle Enriquez from Solid Professor, and I will be announcing the top 3 teams. Presentation, the point of presentation is to really sell us your car. It is to cover all 5 bases, and the next 3 teams have done that. They've covered all 5 points that we were looking for, and I will bring them up in ascending order. And in the 3rd place for 2017 in presentation, we have the University of Singapore.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're the team from the National University of Singapore. We hope you enjoy our presentation.
The journey of a champion. Sorry. The journey of a champion begins with a dream, and we are here to realize your dream. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am Chun Ho, the Marketing Director of NUS Racing, and this is my colleague Arjun, our Business Development Director. I'll be going through the market and product overviews, whilst Arjun will be covering the marketing strategy, production plan, and financial plan. So let's begin with the market overview. At the many SCCA competitions, we see fearless racers taking on challenges when the odds are stacked against them. Racers come up with their inside corner and clinch their podium finish. Motorsport fans look up to this man and woman and call them champions, wishing that they could be on the track with them. These motorsport fans are our target market. At NUS Racing, we believe that the dream of a champion is not just in a few of us, it's in all of us. Just like Jimmy here. Now, Jimmy is a huge motorsports fan. He's about 25 to 40 years of age and enjoys a little friendly competition with insatiable need for speed. He also has a little extra income that he has been saving up for a racing machine of his own. He's dreamt of becoming a champion since the day he was born. All he needs is the right car, one that he can afford. Through market surveys, we understand that Jimmy is looking at 5 main aspects of racing. And looking at top 3, we know that Jimmy wants a car that can perform. It must be something that he can handle, and it shouldn't burn a huge hole in his pocket. So looking at what's available right now, Jimmy could try karting. It's excellent drivability, but the promise just isn't enough for him. He could try racing in modified road cars. He could get a Ford Mustang or a Mazda MX-5, juice it up and take it onto the track. But it'll mean spending a lot more time and money in the workshop and less time on the track. And professional race cars? Well, they're just a bit too difficult for Jimmy to drive. So, are y'all thinking what I'm thinking? Can NUS Racing offer both drivability and performance? Well, yes, we can. I present the NUS R17, a fast performance race car to bring out the dream of a champion in you. The NUS R17 is fast and race ready right out of the production line. And once Jimmy's comfortable with his R17, he can take it up a notch with our NUS Racing performance packages. He can go for the power and gearbox package for more skyrocketing performance, the aerodynamics package for more neck-breaking Gs, or the traction control package for more razor-sharp handling. Furthermore, for Jimmy to take his performance to the limit, ergonomics is vital. That's why at NUS Racing, we take the human-machine interface very seriously. Pedal assemblies and steering wheels come in different configurations to suit various drivers, and custom-made seats ensure that Jimmy is at his most comfortable posture throughout the race. All of this sums up to make an effortless racing experience for Jimmy. Safety is also our priority at NUS Racing. That's why the R17 has been tested and retested to ensure it meets with all safety regulations. Moreover, it's undergone more than 300 miles in testing to ensure safety and reliability. They say it takes a village to raise a child. Likewise, champions need the right environment to be groomed. That's why we have NUS PACE. It's a one-stop hub for people like Jimmy to ignite their R17 journeys, for them to become the champions they dreamt of being. Jimmy's passion can be intensified with the tour of our production line. And with our proprietary R17 racing simulator, Jimmy can get a taste of the adrenaline that will be pumping through his veins during his first test drive. And once he has driven it once, nothing is going to stop Jimmy from buying an R17 of his own. Coaching and tuning specialists are also available to make sure that Jimmy can improve on his lap timings and so they can upgrade and customize his car with an intuitive drag and drop customization system. And of course, our NUS Racing Logistics team are always available on standby to make sure that Jimmy's R17 is race ready anywhere. With NUS PACE Online, Jimmy is just a click or a tap away from any support he needs with a healthy community of NUS racing enthusiasts on our forums. And that's NUS PACE. Realizing the dreams of a champion has never been so easy. Now, my colleague Arjun will tell you on how your investments can reap tremendous profits.
Thank you, Chun-Ho. Now, a goal without a plan is not much more than wishful thinking. A comprehensive and enduring marketing strategy is just as important as an excellent product. And to this end, NUS Racing will be pursuing an aggressive three-pronged approach encompassing brand awareness, brand strengthening, and brand expansion. In our first year, our focus will be on raising brand awareness. Road shows will be set up at race events across the country to showcase the facilities that we have to offer and attract our target customers. A targeted online advertising campaign will be broadcast on various relevant websites in order to maximize outreach. The R17 will be featured in popular automotive television programs such as the Grand Tour and will also appear on the covers of various digital racing games. Moving on to the second year, our focus will shift to brand strengthening and maintaining customer relations as we project to have a considerable pool of R17 owners by this stage. We will organize a new amateur racing series, Grand Prix R, to showcase R-Spec cars from all over the states. Customers can compete against one another as they hone their skills, all the while coming closer to the ultimate promise of becoming a racing champion. Channels will be set up on popular social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram to keep customers up to date on the latest developments. And R17 customers can also expect a brand new social media platform which will bring NUS PACE Online directly to their mobile devices. Race statistics will be logged in real time through smartphone GPS and broadcast on public leaderboards. This will allow drivers to compare their lap times with the best racers in the region. Unlockable achievements will also guide them on the right track to becoming a racing champion. Moving on to the production plan. Before that, brand expansion will be carried out across South America, the Middle East, China, and India, as these have been identified as emerging markets where motorsports is just beginning to gain popularity. Now, moving on to the production plan. Production will be headquartered in Indiana for 4 main reasons. They have excellent machining and manufacturing support, state-of-the-art racing facilities, a well-developed pool of automotive talents, and most importantly, an extensive auto racing heritage. A 30,000 square foot facility will be set up exclusively to produce the R17, with production revolving around just-in-time manufacturing concepts to maximize cost effectiveness. While a majority of components will be outsourced to our reliable local partners, critical components will be manufactured in-house in order to ensure top quality. Finally, NUS Racing also plays a part in saving the environment by engaging in sustainable production practices. Moving on to the financial plan. The United States motorsports market has been evaluated at $13.5 billion, and at a projected growth rate of 4% per annum, the market value is expected to break $16 billion within the next 5 years. Now, the R17 is expected to cost about $14,000 to build, and factoring in various other indirect costs, it will be priced at a very affordable $26,500, which fits nicely into Jimmy's budget. For every R17 sold, that's a profit of $6,800. And factoring in additional profits from our other sales channels, an impressive unit profit margin of 41% can be made. R17 sales will see a steady growth pace for the first 2 years, and at the end of these 2 years, your investment will break even. Thanks to the aggressive marketing campaigns, sales will continue to grow at an exponential rate, raking in tremendous profits as NUS Racing becomes well established as a premium brand. So, what's in it for you as an investor? With an initial seed funding of $1 million, you can expect a 40% corporate ownership in NUS Racing. At the end of just 5 years, you're looking at a return on investment of 61%. And that's NUS Racing. We have an affordable, high-performance race car, a dedicated team of professionals, and endless scope for growth and development. Join us and let's realize the dreams of champions. Thank you.
Thank you, University of Singapore. In second place for our presentations, we have the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign.
I would like everyone in the room to briefly close their eyes. Imagine your hands inside a perfectly formed pair of racing gloves, a helmet nestled around your face. As you click the starter, suddenly, your race car breathes into life. As you ease your hand around the hand clutch, your hand clams up. A gentle push of the right toe sends the revs shooting up. Suddenly, everyone opened their eyes. A race start line appears. As the revs shoot up to 13,000 RPM and you release the clutch, the world warps. First gear, bang, second gear. Your car gathers your breath as the first corner races into view. You slow your breath as you prepare to brake into the first corner. As you tense your body and you flick your steering wheel to the left, the car nails the apex. As you prepare yourself for the next corner, you straighten out. And now as the clutch approaches, the red line approaches again. This is the Aero experience. Good evening. My name is Rex Gu, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Illini Motorsports.
Hi, I'm Rinal, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Illini Motorsports.
We hope to convince you today that we are ready to bring our product to the market and are seeking your partnership for $800,000 for a 125% return in just 5 years. So, who are we? Illini Motorsports is a small race car engineering company founded in Champaign, Illinois in 2013. We're a group of engineering and business specialists united in a pursuit of bringing our passion for amateur motorsports through a product to the market that they have never seen before. To reach that goal, we began with an in-depth analysis of the road racing and autocross market. SCCA data shows that 70,000 members currently are registered and participate in road racing and autocross. An additional 20,000 unregistered members still participate in autocross racing. This gives us over 90,000 potential customers, a number that grows year over year by 4%. Most of these owners have what we call low-performance vehicles. They average around $15,000 and have great out-of-the-box convenience. Next, we consider medium performance vehicles and have what are used Mustangs or BMW M3s, and they average around $27,000. And the final category are for people who toe the line between racing as a hobby and as an obsession. They offer incredible performance and handling, but often start at over $40,000. The market's target customer averages around a salary of $90,000 per year. They have an average age of 26 to 45 years old and around 90% male. They have over 5 years of racing experience and spend around $2,000 per year on maintenance and upgrades. Most importantly, the target customer must be ready to buy a new vehicle, whether it's from upgrades or just out of their desire.
So, in order to be successful, we must create a product catered exactly towards the target customer and one that fits them like a great pair of racing gloves. We know that the average customer spends around $27,000 on his car, and therefore it is important that our car costs within this range and has a low operating cost. Further, after looking at our competitors from throughout the market, we were able to formulate a set of performance specs our car must meet in order to be successful.
So, could we meet our performance targets and still hit our price point? With the Aero, we have. The The Aero is a 100% purpose-built race car that speeds past the competition. We have broke through every performance target through careful design of each component, countless hours of testing, and prototype customer feedback. So, let's revisit our vehicle targets. Our competitors may meet the performance targets, but outside of our buyer's target price range, or create a vehicle while within our buyer's price range simply isn't that exciting of a race vehicle. The Aero is the only vehicle in this market to combine the cutting-edge performance at an affordable price. But don't let the price fool you. The Aero features all the features of a high-end race car. Adjustable Öhlins dampers at each corners give the driver total tunability for vehicle dynamics. The custom power distribution module and logger sends real-time diagnostics to the vehicle. And carbon fiber composites downforce package creates over 200 pounds of downforce at only 50 miles an hour. Finally, driver-centric features like paddle shifting, shift lights, and customizable steering wheel ensures that the driver focuses on driving and not the controls in the cockpit. With a starting price of just $26,499, the Aero gets delivered right to the customer's doorstep and includes a small trailer for transport. All SECA safety and features are included. In fact, only less than $2,000 are required each year for fluids and for operating costs. All this adds up to a race car with unbelievable performance at an unbeatable price.
So how are we going to ensure that our car is built with quality and reliability in mind? To produce our car in volume, we have selected a warehouse space in Decatur, Illinois. Real estate is cheap due to the relatively sparse population density, and due to the recent closures of Caterpillar, we can easily hire skilled and experienced workers at a modest cost. The 110,000 square foot facility will be used to manufacture and assemble the entire car. We will be manufacturing 80% of the individual components, such as the steel chassis and sprockets. CNC lathes and mills will be used to increase precision and repeatability. Our in-house composites lab will also allow us to produce our proprietary carbon fiber components, which will help reduce both cost and overall weight of the car. The 50,000 square foot indoor racing track will allow us to perform development testing throughout the year. With a maximum production capacity of 250 cars per year, we have ample headroom to grow in the future. Finally, the remaining 20% of our parts will be outsourced. By outsourcing these parts, we can increase vehicle reliability and save the costs on their research and development.
We have created an aggressive two-pronged marketing strategy catered to our target market of frequent SCCA events. We can reach them through various forms of social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, all of which are free and give access to tens of thousands of potential customers. Going beyond our virtual advertising, we want potential customers to experience the Aero in person. We have developed a specialized team who will go around SCCA hotspots around the country to demonstrate the Aero's exhilarating capability. Once our potential customers see and hear the Aero's performance, they'll have no choice but to go home and sign up for a test drive. On our website, customers will find detailed information of the Aero, including product comparisons, cost of ownership, customer testimonials, and details on how to order. Once they are a certified Aero customer, they will have their customized dashboard where they can find and share ideas with other Aero owners on the forum.
To calculate our yearly sales, we looked at three main sources of potential customers. First, we looked at the overall market growth rate. The market grows at a steady 4% every year, and we can claim 1% of this market share. Next, we looked at vehicle turnover rate. About 2,200 vehicles are bought and sold each year, and we are confident using our marketing scheme, we can claim 6% of this market. Finally, we looked at the sales made by impulse buyers. These are buyers that are not actively looking to buy a car, but by looking at the immense value in the Aero, will make an emotional decision. This brings us up to a yearly total sales of about 155 vehicles per year. We hope to hit this target by year 3. By then, we'll have just over 1% of the market share. By year 3, as our brand recognition increases, we plan to increase our market share by 0.5% every year. However, we predict that by year 8, our market share will begin to decline. At this point, we plan to introduce a stripped-down version of our car into the lower performance market. An extra product in this market could potentially boost our sales by 3 times over.
Our initial funding needed of $1.9 million will provide the first 6 months of production and operating costs, as well as our machinery. In addition to a $600,000 government loan, we have developed a unique partnership with Penske Racing, which includes a loan of $500,000 for a 10% share in the company. This gives us an initial valuation of $5 million. We will also be able to utilize Penske's extensive shipping and logistical network to ship our cars all around the country for just $800 per vehicle. At an approximately 20% profit margin, you can see that we will be out of the red by year 3, at which point profits will increase dramatically. We're confidently offering a 125% return in just 5 years. And if you're happy with the sales numbers, we will give investors an option to double down your investment for a 40% return on your investment in just 10 years. With its customer-driven design and unbeatable value, we hope you are as excited as we are to bring the Aero to market so that the world can experience the machine that was born to thrill. Thank you.
Thank you, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. And last but not least, our number 1 finisher for presentation. Let them get set up here. But it is Stuttgart. Please give it up.
Thank you, ma'am. How's everybody doing today? Thank you. First of all, I would like to appreciate y'all for being here, because today was a strenuous day. So we hoped to make it worthwhile. Is everybody ready? Who of you knows what an Apex is? Sadly, not too many. On our workshop tours from schools to universities, we've learned that kids are less and less interested in technical and natural science. Now, why is that? We at Apex have identified 2 problems. 1, society has become impersonal. Kids are glued to the displays of their smartphones and are not invested in what brought them forth. 2, lack of quality time. Remember wrenching around the car with your father? Circumstance can sometimes take that precious time away from you, as that happened with both of us. What we want to do is bring people together with motorsports, and most importantly, our race car as the tool.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our business case presentation. My name is Sebastian Jurowski. I'm the CFO of Apex, and next to me is my colleague Vasilius Miles, and he's the CEO of our company.
Let me guide you through our presentation. We're going to pitch you a business idea, introduce you to our product, show you how we spread the word, delve into our manufacturing, talk numbers, and see what comes further down the road. 1. Our customers, and in confidence you, will own their own race car. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not an ordinary race car. This race car is the very best. We didn't name our company Apex for no reason. This car is at the peak of its class, very best, creme de la creme, numero uno, untouched. This car, this beast of a car, will belong to you. 2, you will no longer be sitting on the couch watching motorsports. You will become a part of it, and becoming part of something is very important to us at Apex. 3, if you're not technically versed, bring your friends, bring your family. Come over to Apex, take part in our workshops, and learn more about science and your car while wrenching it out. But to give you a feeling of how this all works together, we've provided a little video for you. my God, that sounds get me going. And I almost dabbed too. This is what we want to do to our customers. We want to get them invested in our product. But who are these customers and where do they come from? For that, I will let Sebastian take over.
Stuttgart, the home of the automobile. Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, and now Apex are set foot right there. With 23 million people living in southern Germany, we are surrounded by potential customers. 13 million people of those are within our targeted age group of 20 to 60 years old. 1.5 million people of those are motorsport enthusiasts. And 193,500 people are within our targeted, have an income of above $80,000. Now, Vasily, let us introduce you to three of them.
Meet Steve, Paul, and Helen. But for time's sake, let us focus on Paul. Paul is an engineer, a proud engineer, a passionate engineer. Ironically though, his kids are not really interested in what he does, and that crushes him, that vexes him. He goes through magazines, and what makes matters worse, he can't find anything. He can't find the means to get his kids interested until he finds us. But before contacting us, he admitted checking out the competition, and this is what he saw. Not only are we the best performing car in regards to power to rate ratio, we easily outperform cars like the Crossbow, various Formula 4 race cars, easily outdoing any other car in the market that we find ourselves in. But what makes this car up? Sebastian, let him know.
Let me introduce you to the car that brings people together, the Apex F0711-11 Virage. Powered by a fully customized and reliable Yamaha four-cylinder engine, our car is based upon our 8th generation monocoque. Traction and grip in corners is generated thanks to an advanced heave spring system front and rear. For high-speed stability, our massive aero package provides humongous amounts of downforce, keeping you glued to the ground. And all this comes together to form your personal dream car. We sell this car in 3 different specs: standard, base, and high-end. Remember Steve? The base model is for people like Steve, who want to get into the car and go racing. The standard model is for people like Paul, who want to get their hands dirty. And the high-end model is for people like Helen, that ticks all the boxes. Now, we do not only sell the car, we also have a vast after-sales market based around our Apex Owners Club. This club offers exclusive events and workshops at which you can take part with your family and friends. Upgrades and updates are available to satisfy your need for speed. So how did we get Paul's attention? We have divided our promotion program into outbound and inbound. Outbound focusing towards new customers and inbound to already existing ones. Based upon our SWOT analysis, we have concluded that in order to achieve the numbers we have set as our goal, we have to throw our net as far as possible to get the brand recognition that we seek. Inbound, we aim to obtain a long-term relationship with our customers, extending the value creation chain, as well as with our social media platform, the Apex app. Now, where does Paul purchase this car? He can either visit our online shop and order this car directly from us, or come into our showroom and get to know the Apex experience with our very own engineers. Now, we had to decide whether to make or buy certain products of our race car. We will buy parts that have been proven to be reliable, such as the engine block. We will outsource parts that are expensive to manufacture due to high machinery costs. And we will concentrate upon our core competence, and that is carbon fiber. So we'll produce all the carbon fiber bits of our car by ourselves. Now let's talk business. Here you can see the next 5 years. As you're able to tell, we're able to sell 100 cars at an average selling price of $26,500 in the first year. With double-digit numbers of growth, we will soon be able to sell up to 184 cars in the 5th year with a profit of $1 million. Now, the sun doesn't always shine, so we calculated a conservative case scenario, calculating with 20% less sales than we expected. But we're still able to sell over 550 cars within 5 years with a profit of over $700,000. And most importantly, your return on investment is safe. Now, where do you come in as our investors? We will pitch in $700,000 of our own. And with your support of $1.5 million, we'll soon be able to return the whole investment with a profit of 19% for all of us. What are we going to do with the money? The biggest part is for our employees, who are the backbone to our company. The second biggest part is for advertisement and PR to set foot in the market. And the rest is to initialize a manufacturing facility. Now what comes further down the road, Vasily?
Thank you. We seek to explore new markets, invest in new cars, thereby introducing new customers to the Apex experience. Let me summarize. We've pitched you our business idea. Our goal is to bring people together. We've introduced you to our product, showing you that this car is at the very peak and the very best in the market that we find ourselves in. We've showed you how we spread our marketing strategy into outbound and inbound. We delved into manufacturing, showed you what we buy and what we manufacture. And then we offered you a once-in-a-lifetime chance to make money safely and steadily. Then we took a look at the future. But the future also has us continue our workshops to schools and universities as we want to engage the kids for science and also reach their parents. Let me finish with a quote. Tell me something, and I'll forget it. Let me write it down, and I might remember it. Let me do it, though, and it'll become a part of me, and I of it. So why don't you become a part of us, and let us bring people together. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys, everyone. It is really hard to do a presentation twice after a long week like this. So I just want to thank the University of Singapore, the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, exactly, long after a hard week, and Stuttgart for redoing their presentations for all of us. If we can give them one more round of applause, that would be great. Thanks, guys.